Welcome back to In Your Neighborhood. We're ready to start our investigation of the CATV office building. Every CCN employee can tell you the story of our ghost, who we affectionately call Pete. Peter Walsonovich was the founder of CATV, and he and his brother John Walson, founded Service Electric. They bought the land, built the building in the 60s, and the upstairs portion of this building was supposed to be Pete's home, or his apartment above the cable company, which is downstairs. He unfortunately got sick, got cancer, and was never actually able to live here. So I was told probably the first or second day that I started working here, we have a ghost, his name is Pete, don't worry about it. So that is the tale of Pete the Ghost. So we are here tonight to find out, does Pete really hang out in the CATV office? Matt Gertie has had his own paranormal experience in the building. He was alone in the upstairs studio one night after filming a football game.
I heard what I was absolutely certain somebody kicked in the door back there. At that point there was a dumpster right behind the door, and it sounded like somebody kicked the door and the door slammed in the dumpster. And I was like, holy cow, somebody just broke in. It sounded like they were like tearing the place apart, maybe looking for something. Got back, I hear the big fire door slide open. They get into this door. It sounds like this door flies open. At this point it sounds like they're in here, so I'm like directly above them. The stairwell's open. It sounds like somebody just goes through that in like maybe like 10 seconds, just ripping things off of shelves, like somebody's looking for something of value or something. Come in here, I hear that door open and close. Somebody rips apart this room the way it sounds, goes in there, does the same thing. At this point it's like, all right, they're coming my direction. And I was pretty scared, not thinking it was anything paranormal. So I was just around the corner at the top of the stairs, and I was like, don't come up the stairs. And like I hear like footsteps that stop right there, and I was like, I'm at the top of the stairs, like there's no way out for me right now, like don't come up the stairs. Like I was trying to like kind of be tough almost. I was like, I swear to God, don't turn the corner. And I hear 1, 2, 3 footsteps up these stairs right here. I jump on, I was like, there's nobody there. So
Matt searched the entire building and found nothing out of place.
I got about 3/4 of the way back when I started to realize that something creepy might have just happened.
There have been several other employees who have heard strange noises or footsteps when they're alone in the building, but Matt's is by far the most significant. Our CRPT crew consisted of Rich and Angel Roselle and Jeff and Elise Hampton. For our first session, Britt and I went upstairs to the CCN studio with the Hamptons, while Matt hung out downstairs with the Roselles. For this shoot, I brought along my husband's video camera that has night shot capabilities. We took some neat video and poked some fun at some other ghost hunting shows and movies.
I'm so scared right now. Run. Oh my God, did you hear that?
After taking baseline readings, we sat quietly for a 10-minute vigil. The team downstairs sat in the front office, Jeff and Elise were in the studio upstairs, and Britt and I sat together in an upstairs office. During the vigil, Britt and I heard what sounded like a woman giggling. It was faint at first and then got louder. I looked out the window to see if someone was outside and saw no one. Later, during the rotation, co-workers who were unaware of the investigation entered the building. We suspected that they were the source of the giggling. Jeff suggested we try to pinpoint the location of the sound by recreating the situation. He and Britt went to the upstairs office, and I went outside. So we're trying to test and see what Britt and I heard when we heard giggling. While we were sitting in the vigil for the first rotation, we could hear giggling. We think it might have been one of our coworkers, we're not really sure, so we're testing what the sound kind of sounds like from outside, and then we're gonna go test it inside as well. So let's see what this is. So here I am talking, and the giggling was like, like that kind of giggling. I don't giggle like that, so it's really hard to do.
Say go a little louder.
Oh yeah, it does. I just saw Mill Street. Look at that. There's
getting spurts, but nothing real loud. Where are you at?
I'm almost under the window, but not quite. If you look out the window and turn your head to the right, you'll see me.
Right under the window is in the stairwell.
Alright, you want to come closer?
Yeah, and then I'll go inside too and try it from there, because I think that's where they were. Okay, if I stand here, can you hear me? feel bad for the people who live right there. I hope they're not home. Hold on, I'm gonna try one from a different spot. So tell me if you can hear this. Good. Did you hear that at all?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go down underneath the office.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't hear anything else, so can we try there?
Try it like right here once.
Okay.
It's so hysterical that you keep doing this.
So you can tell the difference between my real laugh and my made-up laugh.
Your made-up laugh sounds pretty close to Diana's, but I give you credit for it.
Well, I'm trying to make it sound like that. So, I mean, you assume they were talking and whatever. Okay. Here we go again. We're gonna try it from right here.
Where are you at now?
I am right at the bottom of the stairs.
That's the spot.
This is the spot. So, we determined that the source of the giggling was someone at the bottom of the stairs. We asked the Rosells to sit in the front office while I laughed from this spot again. They did not report hearing the giggling during the vigil, but when I recreated it, they heard the laughing loud and clear. Interesting. We spent 2 hours in the CATV studios conducting EVP sessions, listening to digital recording, using a ghost box, taking pictures with night vision, infrared, and standard exposure, all in an effort to flush out our ghosts. At the end of the evening, we gathered in the garage for one last group EVP session. It was late, and things had been very, very quiet. I want to know if Pete is really here. This is why we came, and if it's not Pete, then tell us who it is that's here. If there's someone here, who is it? Because we've been calling you Pete for at least 15 years. It's probably annoying to be called by the wrong name. Jeff summed up everyone's feelings about how things were going when he put out one final plea to Pete.
Well, we're about out of time. So it's make or break for you. You want someone to believe that you're here, someone to know that you're here. This is the last opportunity you're going to get. We've welcomed you all night. We've tried to engage you in a number of different ways, and we really haven't come up with anything concrete that's going to lead us to believe that anyone is in this building. Which for the people who work here and stay here, I'm sure is a good thing. However, there are a few people who believe that there may be someone else in this building. So we'll ask it again. If there is anyone, any spirit, any entity that occupies this building, we ask that you now show some sign of your presence, whether it be through lighting up one of our devices, speaking into one of our recorders, or otherwise identifying yourself through some shape, form, sound, noise, reaction, interaction, anything.
The CRPT team reviewed the infrared video footage, listened to digital recordings, and examined all of the photos. The same IR camera was used that filmed these shots in the courthouse, but everything shot that night in the CATV office was blurry. Later testing of the camera produced normal video. The same thing was true of the pictures taken with Angel's camera. They all looked like this, but photos taken later came out fine. No EVP was picked up on any of the digital recorders. Rich isn't ready to say that there's no spirit residing in the CATV offices, but unfortunately, due to the contamination by unexpected people entering the building and the apparent equipment malfunctions, we have no evidence from the night's investigation. So, it's still a mystery whether or not Pete is residing in our building, and while I was hoping to come away with some hard evidence, our experience is the reality of paranormal investigation. You can check out some real evidence on the CRPT website from other investigations that they've done by visiting them at www.coalregionghosts.com. paranormallive.com. And while you're online, be sure to check us out on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. I'm Jennifer Wakeman. Thanks for watching.